Hello, welcome back to another Contemplative Living. You know, we're so happy that we can do these Contemplative Living podcasts every week and talk about concepts that can help us in our daily lives to be more heartfelt and centered. And today we're going to talk about spiritual guidance. And Spirit once said to me, you are awaiting openness to move forward with wonder, with growth, amazement, and spiritual guidance. And what Spirit was talking to me about was that, we're all awaiting our connection to our own divine nature and to our divine source. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about spiritual guidance. So let's get to it.
Welcome. Now creating a life of peace. This is Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Contemplations and reflections to help with spiritual living. This podcast is made possible by dharmatalks.com.
All right, so we're talking about spiritual guidance. I found that everyone, all my clients, whenever I'm speaking to someone, no matter where they come from in this world, we're all trying to make that connection with our divine nature. And it's a journey of the unknown. And the unknown is like going into uncharted seas. We don't have a chart. We only have our inner guidance. And that's sometimes can be very difficult for us. And as we navigate through life, we're often faced with the unknown. It happens all the time. It's a vast expanse of uncertainty that stretches out before us like uncharted seas. We may feel lost and adrift, unsure of which direction to take or what's ahead of us. But just as a sailor once relied on their guidance to navigate the uncharted waters, we too can trust in our own intuition and spiritual guidance to lead us through our unknown. It's during these times of uncertainty that our inner wisdom shines the brightest and guides us towards new possibilities and opportunities for growth. So embracing the unknown can be both exhilarating and terrifying. But it's in these moments that we discover our true strength, our resilience. With faith in ourselves and trust in the universe, that's when we can set sail into those uncharted seas, and knowing that we have all the tools that we need. Those tools that we need are within us to navigate whatever challenges, may come our way. And the only way to master yourself is to go into the unknown, unafraid, despite fear, and develop your spiritual guidance. It's kind of like a muscle. It's like we go to the gym to exercise and to strengthen, our body, our mind, our soul. Well, we need to do that with spiritual guidance. We need to develop and master our ability to listen to our guidance. And when we do, we'll see that those dragons that we thought were facing us were nothing more than just a spiral of light that we needed to navigate and to overcome. And once we find our center, once we find our divine nature, and we start to listen to that guidance, the fear will diminish. It's like when you go to a new place. Before, on the way there, you're like apprehensive. What's it going to be like? And there's those little tingles of fear, like I'm going somewhere unknown. But once you get there, you find, oh, this is really this place is nice. So salute the divinity within. There's no adversary to distract you there. And by acknowledging and honoring the divinity that resides within each and every one of us, we can cultivate a sense of peace, love, harmony. And when we focus on this innate goodness within us, there's no room for negativity or those external distractions to sway us from our course. You know, in our sacred space of interconnection, we find our true guidance. That's where we find clarity. And the whispers of our soul become louder than the noise of the world. You know, it guides us towards our purpose. It guides us towards our truth. And by honoring the divinity within ourselves, we invite more light into our lives and radiate that light outward for others to see. Let's give our mind permission. Give our mind permission to hear our awakened heart. Thinking through a situation, that's helpful, right? But feeling your way with your heart is even more encompassing. And it bringing together what you know in your mind with knowing beyond your physical self. So it's bringing heart and mind into coherence. You know, we tend to, a lot of times, we tend to be sleeping and just kind of listening to the circumstances as it comes barreling towards us all the time. But when we give our mind permission to listen to our heart, and when our heart and mind can work together, it's such a powerful force. And then, you know, we also have our gut. We have so many ways to receive this information and to process it. But do we want to just solely rely on one source? No, we want to bring together our heart and our mind. And so build your strength and sensitivity and stillness so the world's pain doesn't wear you down. Remember, inner strength and sensitivity are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they work in harmony. They work in harmony to create a powerful force for good. And by cultivating stillness through your practice, such as meditation or mindfulness, we can build a solid foundation of resilience that enables us to navigate the challenges of life and to navigate them with grace and with poise. You know, this sense of stability allows us to approach difficult situations from a place of calm understanding rather than reactive emotion. And at the same time, developing our sensitivity enables us to connect more deeply with others and empathizing with their pain without taking on their burden. So by finding a balance between strength and sensitivity, and to do that in our stillness, we can become those beacons of light, offering compassion and support where it's needed most. So divine guidance has already laid the foundation and is waiting for your participation. And what I'm talking about here is when we came into this life, we agreed to certain points that we wanted to achieve, certain things that we wanted to achieve. And that foundation is already laid out before us. And the universe is collaborating with us in order to achieve those certain points, those certain, points that we want to achieve in life. And so that foundation is already there. In my life review, I saw it, because I saw a part of my future in my life review. And I saw it as a clear pathway. And some of it wasn't as clear, on the periphery. It allowed us to kind of weave in and out of our path. But that's okay. That's okay because we still have the foundation that we need to move forward. And so that is really a critical part of our spiritual guidance, is knowing that we do have a path and knowing that it's laid out there for us. Now, around every twist and turn of your path, you'll find Spirit is patiently waiting to assist and to give guidance. I talk about this a lot in all the interviews that I give. And, it may not be obvious. It may not be obvious or overt, but if you listen closely, you can feel the presence of your guidance, of your higher self, and it's trying to guide you in the right direction. And sometimes Spirit manifests itself in the form of maybe a gut feeling. We have many receptors in our gut ganglia, and they're there, feeding us information. Or maybe we receive it through intuition, nudging us toward a certain decision. Other times it may appear as signs and synchronicities that reaffirm that you're on the right track. But no matter how it shows up, you need to trust that Spirit works behind the scenes to lead you toward your highest good. So, as you continue on your journey, remember to stay open, receptive, and receptive to the subtle ways that Spirit communication will take. And take the time to quiet your mind. Do it as frequently as you can. Take in a deep breath and quiet your mind and tune into the whispers of guidance that are all around you. When I was young and I got an opportunity, for some of those grandmothers to show me the natural way. They showed me to be aware of everything that's going on around you, because there are many clues as to which way to go. And there's a lot of spiritual guidance in the environment that we find ourselves in. And so to be aware and trust in the process and have faith that Spirit has that plan for you, that foundation. And it's far greater than what meets the eye. Embrace the spiritual support. Embrace your spiritual support. And think of it as a comforting presence along every twist and turn of your path. You're on this life journey, whether you like it or not, right? So why not connect with your own guidance? Why not connect with your divine essence that is a part of the oneness, of the greater unity of the universe? When we can do that, we rise above the circumstances and we can see clearly what really needs to be done, what's really important in life. And then we can move forward with empowering actions. That's what my wish is for you this week. My wish for you to find your source and that connection that helps you to be a better you. I hope you have a blessed week. Namaste.
Thank you for listening today to Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Please be sure to subscribe, listen, and share with your friends wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the Podbean app. You can find the links to these on David's website, dharmatalks.com, on the Contemplative Living page. Have a blessed week.